And today we're going to be doing a doll room tour. So this is a tour of almost every single one of my doll collections, and a few collections just aren't on display at all just because I don't have the space, unfortunately. And then a lot of dolls, even from collections you're seeing on display, are actually stored right now because my space, as you're going to see, is quite small. I'm really proud of the way that I've been able to utilize the space that I have in here, and I can't wait until eventually I get a larger space, but for now, this is a really good idea of my entire doll collection. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to see is the Winx Wall, and this is something that I originally did in my first doll room tour video.
Just for reference, this was the original Winx Wall in October of 2018.
And it was in 2018, I believe, was when I originated this, and I loved it so much. So ever since then, I've been wanting to do it again. And here it is in full glory. This is probably the best it can be in a regular space. So on the actual Winx white shelves, which these are Moss Landa from IKEA, they're basically photo shelves, like you can put picture frames on them. But I find that they fit dolls really well, but they're not ideal because you can't really stack the display. You can only have one doll. But they are really, really nice if you want to have a really spread out display like this. And I really like this for the Winx dolls because they have those big wings. So what you're seeing here on these two shelves is a complete Jack's Pacific Winx Club collection. And a few aren't on display right now, like Floor Harmonics. But all the way down, you can see my complete Jack's Pacific collection. I do actually have a pretty big in-box Jack's Pacific collection, but there's no room for in-box dolls in here, silly. And then down here, there's some new Witty dolls. So these are all European release, so these I'm very fortunate to have been able to get a hold of. And it goes all the way down from season 6 to season 8 down there. And then over here is kind of just overflow, to be honest. So these are season 1 and 2 dolls. These ones are from Brazil, these ones are from China, and these ones are from Europe. These are 2 more Chinese ones. And over here, we have some Mattel dolls. So I have more Mattel dolls than this, but these are the ones that are on display. So we have Glam Magic, we have Charmix, and just this little denim Stella here. And I do definitely want more space to display these, but in my opinion, they display really poorly when you put them next to the other Winx dolls because they look so different. So I really wanted them to have their own space where they're not next to the others. So I really like this for them. And then at the very bottom, we have some season 6 and 7 dolls. And yeah, they're just kind of here. Fairy car, that's the real reason they're here, is because I wanted the fairy car on display. And then we have the time travel throne thing here. And really bad cable management, so we're going to ignore that. Over here, I'm gonna scooch on over. We have more Winx. So I hate these grid shelves for displaying dolls. I love them for storage and I love them aesthetically, but for actually displaying dolls, I find that they're not good. But it's what I have and it's what best fits under the Winx Wall, so it's what I'm using. In an ideal space, I would have 2 of these next to each other and display all the dolls that are down here on top, and then just have this for storage because they do make great storage spaces. So we're gonna move down here first, and you can see some old Witty dolls here. So I have Love and Pet and I Love My Pet, and then I don't really like the I Love Dance dolls that much, but Roxy of course has to be on display. And over here are my Jucky Preciosi dolls. They don't have their wings right now, so they're able to be displayed here, but normally they definitely would not be able to be displayed here. But these are some of my all-time favorite Winx dolls. It's just that their wings are not very good, so they're here. Ever After High is a giant mess right now. I could not find a way to display them in a way that you could see them all. So that's something that we're working on it, but you know, it's a work in progress. This is also not all my Ever After High dolls. Oh, one more thing. I'll show you what's in each of these bins. So these aren't all of my doll storage. I have so much doll stuff, but these are like things that I might want to access on a daily basis. So these are my Rainbow High extras. I can't believe how many extras I have. They filled this whole bin. And then in here, there's Winx on top, but the rest is Disney. These Winx I just needed a spot for. And then this is LOL-OMG, which is absolutely packed. Royal Enchantimals is there too, don't ask why. And then this is actual Winx storage, and I have a lot of Winx storage that we'll get to later, because you're gonna see several spots of them. And then you can see the Ever After High dolls here, and they're so beautiful, but the display is, you know, a disaster. I did show it when it was all set up before, but I really needed that shelf, so I took some down, and that's why it's a mess now. And this place is absolutely packed, so, but I really wanted the Ever After High dolls on display, so. And they aesthetically kind of work with Winx, especially with the season 8 dolls. I feel like they kind of have a similar vibe. All right, we kind of skipped this spot here. So this is an unreleased prototype of a plushie by Jack's Pacific. So she had to be on display. She doesn't fit here though, because she's from season 5, but it's okay. And then here we have City Girls, some of my favorites. This is Talk That Gold Believe Bloom. I love this doll, so she had to be here. These are some ice skating champion dolls who I also really, really love, so I wanted them in like a special display place. And then this is Halloween's Musa, another just beautiful doll that I had to have on display somewhere special. And my Fairy Couture perfume. There you go. It doesn't smell that good. All right. And you can see more Winx up here, and you get some Old Woody at the end here and at the beginning, but the middle is kind of China exclusive dolls. The China exclusive dolls are some of my like favorites, so they get a pretty prominent display. And then over there is World of Winx. I actually have an almost complete collection of the World of Winx like everyday dolls, but they didn't fit up there. I was hoping they would all be able to fit, but no. And anybody who's not wearing their wings, I have their wings. It's complicated. And then this is one of my like pride and joy shelves. So this is Believe X Power, which is one of my all-time favorite doll sets ever. And then this is actually a hand-painted, hand-sewn, like hand-created prototype from Jack Specific, and I have a whole video about getting those. But she's like the best one because she's like the most complete one. These ones also are prototypes. They have the tentacles. I just wanted to point that out so nobody's confused as to why theirs don't look like that. And then back here we have my Comic-Con dolls. So I have Gold Believe It's Bloom, and that one's actually a sample. So I just want to point this out. So a sample is basically like the last stage of a prototype. So she has sample on the bottom. Thought that was pretty cool. So she's not actually number 129. That's a fake number. But I thought that was kind of fun. And then Silver Believe X Bloom, my favorite. Blue Believe X Bloom. And then these two Harmonix dolls are kind of hidden down here. They're the 2013 Comic-Con dolls. And then Silver Believe X Bloom isn't here right now because I took her somewhere and her hair is really messy, but here's blue and gold. I do have a silver out of box as well. And then kind of hidden, but pink Enchantix Bloom right here. And this shelf so this used to be all Winx, so I did actually compress the Winx down quite a bit, but I did a pretty good job. It was only those Harmonix and Cyrenics dolls that didn't get a spot. So this is where I'm putting Rainbow High because I wanted them all like next to each other. There's still the issue of them being kind of staggered, but I like it because these are main collection Rainbow High, and then this is kind of random. These are main collection too, but whatever, it's not that important. This is Rainbow High. So this is series 1, including Amaya and Avery, and these are the first release series 1 dolls, so they're really dewy looking. And then these are some really special ones. So this is my favorite Rainbow High doll, one of them. This is Jet. This is Lily, who I just unboxed yesterday, and then this is actually a custom that my wonderful friend Ever After High Love surprised me with for Christmas, and she was made to look like me, so that's like the most special doll in my entire collection, I think, which is saying something. As you can see, I have a lot of them. But look, doesn't she look like me? When I had bangs. Anyways, moving down, we have Winter Break. Winter Break is so hard to display for me because I really want them to wear their winter gear, but it makes them really difficult to stack, but it's working there. This shelf sucks for displaying dolls. I got it at Goodwill, by the way. I'll tell you where I got all the shelves. This one's from IKEA, obviously. This sucks for displaying dolls because of this beam. See how I can't stack them unless it's in front of the beam. These are customs that I made, so there's videos about making each of them, and they're all really messy right now because their rubber bands popped for their hairstyles. And then these are second outfit Winter Break dolls. I stole clothes off of the other 3, but they would be here if they were clothed right now. And then on the bottom, I finally did it. For months, I've been trying to figure out where I'm going to put the LOL OMG dolls because I really like them, and I have a pretty big collection of them, and I finally did it. I found a spot. They actually bleed over here. So back there's some oversized dolls. So we have a Bratz doll, an Ever After High doll, and the giant size of Maya. Here are my Winx figures. I want them on display so bad, but I don't have stands. That's extra Winx dolls. You can see the World of Winx dolls in there. And then extra Winx accessory storage, Althea, and there's more. That's not all of it. And then over here we can see the LOL OMG dolls and the BTWs. They're my favorite. And Dream Ella's over there. I almost called them Aria. That's Dream Ella, so they are on display. People have been asking. Over here we have kind of my Magical Girl shelf, but it's really just Pretty Gear. It's like almost exclusively Pretty Gear. So these are Bandai style dolls from Japan. And then this is a really special doll. She was a gift from my friend Ray, and she is a Bandai style doll of Sailor Moon. And then these are some kind of like they shouldn't be here, but I don't know, I don't have another spot for them. So these are hashtag Lika dolls. So if you've heard of Lika Chan dolls, these are like an older version. I love them. And then these two are Jenny dolls. So this is Jenny and this is her friend Sayaka. And these ones are vintage. These are newer. And then I have a bunch of figures here too. That's not supposed to be there. Yeah. Love them. And this shelf is supposed to kind of work with that shelf, but we'll get to that one later. Alrighty, now we're gonna move up. So this is the rest of the Rainbow High display. As you know, I'm gonna move my filming setup, so this is where I film. Alrighty, so the top shelf is, well, what do you know, it's Rainbow High. We have Slumber Party, Cheer, and this is Series 2 of Maya just redressed as Cheer, because that's what her second outfit is. And then this is Series 2 right here. And again, rubber bands popped, so their hairstyles are a disaster. And then this is Series 3, which is probably my favorite overall Rainbow High series so far. And Cheryl was the #1 in my Rainbow High Top 10 video I just did, so she's extra special. And then this shelf, I really had to have this placed on display because it's so nice. I love it. And it can fit all the dolls, but it makes it where I can't fit like 20-something dolls. Instead, I can fit like 6 here. So I try to utilize the space well. I don't have all of Pacific Coast yet, but when I do, they're going to easily fit. I can put one in the pool. I can put one on the chair. It's going to work. It's going to work. I was going to have them playing as a band at the Pacific Coast Beach Club, you know, like that's kind of the context we're going here, but I didn't want to get their instruments out. I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, and these are the magnets from the tins from Target that I just did a video on. So I told you guys they would fit on the shelves, and they do. Oh, and this shelf is from IKEA. It's probably, when I get my next doll room, like when I move, I'm going to only use these shelves, and these other shelves I have will go in another room. These are perfect for dolls. Like, they are absolutely perfect for staggered displays and stacked displays. They're the perfect width and height. Like, I absolutely love them, and this isn't too invasive, so I highly recommend this one. I have no idea what it's called, but it's from IKEA. It's just a glass shelf with, like, metal. Anyway, so this is the rocker line. These are the twins. I really love these two. They have bangs that were, I didn't customize them. I got them from Mercari. And then this is Pacific Coast. I only have 4 out of the 6, like I said. And then Aloza just sent this to me in my P.O. box, and I thought it was so cute, and I found a spot to display it. So this is his lovely restyles. So I hope he comments so that you guys can click on his YouTube channel and check it out, because he has an amazing YouTube channel as well. And now we're going to cut the clip real quick so I can move my filming setup so we can move into this next part of the doll room. Hey guys, so right now I'm levitating, or I grew to 9 feet tall. You guys are just, hey! No! Well, anyway, I'm levitating. And I wanted to show you guys this display because this is one of the ones that I didn't have to compromise anything on. Like, I really like it. So in the back are my Disney limited, oh, right here. This one was a gift from one of you guys. This is a Jean Marshall doll, and she's really, really beautiful. And I just wanted to give her a special note. She didn't fit anywhere else because I don't have any other 17-inch dolls, but I think that's a good spot for her because it's with a lot of nice, expensive special dolls to me, so she's really, really cool up here. These are Disney Style Series by Hasbro. They're just kind of here because I really like them and I wanted them on display, and they don't fit anywhere else, and they kind of, I don't know, they don't look too bad next to these to me. And this is a 17-inch Ariel. I just hate having her standing up next to the other dolls because it doesn't make any sense, you know? And then over here in the back, you have my 17-inch limited edition doll collection, and you can see 2 of them are not limited edition. That's one, and then the other one's down there. It goes all the way down, and you can see the other one right there, and oh, Moana's hair's a little messy. And then in the front, we have the designers, and at first I really didn't want these both on the same display, but now I actually really like it. I think they look good together. And Rapunzel's not short, she's just not on a stand, she's just balanced there, so excuse how weirdly short she looks. But these are from the original set from 2011, the Ultimate Princess Celebration, Premiere 2018? Yeah, Premiere 2018, Masquerade 2019, and then Masquerade 2020, and then the Ultimate Princess Celebration is a 2021 line. I only have 2 of them so far, but they're all in stock on the website, so I'm not overly worried about it. And then you can see the villains are kind of in the corner there, just because I ran out of space in the lineup, and because I have them arranged in rainbow order, but they really took over and made it look weird, so I moved them. And then if we move to the right a little bit more, you can see my classic dolls. I have way more classic dolls than this, but I tried to have one of each character, and that was really hard for me. With Tiana specifically, I have a ton of her, I have a ton of Rapunzel because they're my favorites, and then Frozen, I opted for 2 of each character, and that's off to the right a little bit more. And the Swan Princess is there because I really love her and I wanted her on display, and that was the spot that was open, so please excuse me. Alrighty, now we're gonna move down to this shelf over here. So this is one of my favorite shelves that I've been able to construct, and it's on this same IKEA shelf again, and I love having a really eclectic disaster shelf like this because a lot of doll lines only have 4 dolls, for example. Or maybe I only have one from a line, but the theming of this shelf is just fantasy, colorful, so I think this goes really well. The biggest collection on the shelf is, of course, the Cave Club dolls. One of my Cave Club dolls is not up here right now, but otherwise that's all my Cave Club dolls. I really hope I can finish this collection someday, but they're getting really hard to find because they're not releasing the US anymore. These are my Hello Kitty and Friends dolls by Mattel. Love these dolls. They're so cool. And then we have some Novi Stars. You can see one of them's blocked, but I have 4 of them on display right now. I have 6 Novi Stars, but only 4 are on display because one's in box. And again, I don't know if I said this actually, but my inbox collection is not really on display here because I have so many and they just take up so much space. Pinky Cooper. I have way too many of these dogs. I love Pinky Cooper. They're some of my all-time favorite dolls and I don't get to talk about them that much, so I wanted to give them a special note here. And I also want to make sure that if any of you guys want to know what one of these dolls is, you'll at least have a baseline to talk about it, and that's a Bratz doll. I just think she fits here better than with the Bratz. And then there's some, it's hard to see, but that's a Gwen Stefani doll. These are Lalaloopsy girls. I love Lalaloopsy girls. And then those are some Hair Amazing dolls, which are like a budget. They're not a budget version of Hair Adorables, but they're made by the same Hair Adorables, Hair Amazing creators. And then I'm going to cut the camera real quick so that we can adjust the lighting. This is meant to be like to flow together. Oh, that's a Royal Enchantimals doll. So these are also very colorful up to here, and then we get to more realistic and then colorful again. I could probably adjust that a little bit more because these would probably fit better here, but these shelves aren't ideal because again, they have a beam here and this huge bar, so I kind of had to work around that. So here are my Hair Amazing Hair Adorables dolls. These are some of my all-time favorite dolls as well. I really like them. It's a smaller collection, but I love them. I really hope I can complete this set someday too. You can see them here. And then these are my Live dolls, and I put the Project MC Squared dolls here because they both have inset eyes. That's the real reason. And then that's also why Fail Fix is here. So these are another collection that I completely love. They're so beautiful. And this isn't all of them either. I just have one of each character. I have 2 of her because I really like her. 2 of her. And then eventually I want every single version of them on display, but for now I don't have the space. So that's what's going on there. Here are my Pixie Stars dolls, which are from Disneyland Paris, and they're vintage. I love them. You can see the Live dolls. And then Lottie doll. In the back is my first ever doll as a collector, was Sweet Party Cyan, and my friend Andre got her for me for Christmas in box, and I just don't have the heart to take her out because I remember so vividly going to the store and picking her out. And then my Lottie doll collection, a bunch of these were gifts from my friend Ray, so shout out to Ray. I'm going to try to mention when things were gifts, but I'm trying to do like a quicker overview if this isn't even quick, but anyway. And then my Mycene collection, so I've successfully managed to fit them onto 2 shelves. I'd like them more spread out than this, but for now, I think this works. And I love Mycene dolls, so this collection has grown pretty fast. And I do have a collection video about these from last year, and I'll do an update, so I'm not going to go too far in depth with them. You can see the one I got as a gift from Abby Burns. No, you can't. And then over here, the Bling Bling dolls are my favorite, so I have a ton of them. And then these are like some earlier ones. And the birthday dolls I also really love. And these were some of my childhood dolls. These aren't them, but I had them as a kid, so they're really special to me. I'm still missing Madison. I had her as a kid too. And then I had these 2 as a kid too. Not those 2 specific dolls. Again, unfortunately, they're not with me anymore, but I have been able to replace them, and I'm very happy about that. Moving down is, so it's meant to be like anime in general, but I have a bias towards magical girl stuff, so it's a lot of that going on here. So this is my most expensive doll in my collection by far. She's a hybrid active figure, Homura Akemi, and she's a pride and joy in my collection, but just because she was so expensive, I'm scared to touch her. And she's actually sitting in this really cute, like, My Life As chair that I found at a thrift store. Then you can see some Nendoroids here. I do have a much bigger anime collection than this that I share with Brett, but they're in his room. And that's a pull-up Homura doll. I love her. And then one of my A-Zone dolls, you're going to see quite a few of them in just a minute, but that's Kuriyuki Hime from Axel World, which is, I think, very underrated. It might be bad, though, but to me, I love it. I love it so much, and that doll's amazing. And then this is a A-Zone Pure Nemo doll as well of Sayaka from Polymage Minoka Magica, which is my all-time favorite anime, so that's why I have so many things from it. And then these are all from Toho Project, which is a game series that I love. And then that's just some Japanese Elsa things because I think it's funny. And this was drawn by my friend Dean, and it's so cute, and it's of that character Flandre, so I love it. I love it. We're going to look at the Barbies later. I'm going to bring the light down here so you can see them better. I'm gonna move over here. So these used to be up there kind of, but now they're down here. I don't really know why, but this is another kind of magical girl-ish shelf, of course. So those are Mermaid High. I actually still only have 2 Mermaid High dolls, but hopefully we'll change that. I also have a Mermaid High store display I've never showed you guys. So eventually they'll have a bigger space, but in this house I don't think that's possible. We have some Rainbow Bright dolls. These are from the 2009 like special edition release. I love them. It took me years to track those dolls down. Mia and Me, who are from Italy, and these, well, a lot of them I bought from Germany. These were a giant pain to add to my collection, but some of my favorite dolls. They're actually made by Mattel and they're glorious. And then this is Krista from Ferngully. I found her at a thrift store the other day. Plopped her up right there because she's a fairy too. Bratzillas. I love Bratzillas so much. And this isn't all of them. There's 2 of them that aren't on display right now. Then my Miraculous dolls. This is all the ones that I'm able to get in the US right now. I hope that I can add more soon. And then my She-Ra dolls, DreamWorks She-Ra dolls. Really underrated dolls, but I think it's because nobody knows that they actually exist. And then I'm going to cut the camera and move the lights down so that you guys can see the Barbies. To the bottom shelf. So being relegated to the bottom shelf seems like a negative thing, but actually I really love sitting down here and playing with them. So it's actually a better thing to be down here. Although being at eye level is great too, but like down here means I can play with them easier. You know, I like sitting on the floor. Anyway, so the theming, so I have way more Barbies than this to preface. It's just that I cannot find the space to display them. And I was actually really surprised because I'm not really a Barbie collector, but clearly I'm lying. So we're gonna start over here with, you know, most of my favorites are over here because this is the Barbie movie collection. I have way more of these than I did like last year. I've been really trying to collect them. So the earlier, more pastel ones are on this side, and then I have way more of the newer ones because they're really common at thrift stores. So that's where all these ones came from, and a lot of them really need help. So don't worry about that. They will be getting help. And then back here we have some in-box ones. So you can see Rapunzel there, Odette, Annalise, and yeah, there's a ton of them. And then I opened my Magic of Pegasus doll, but that's the back card from her box. And then we have some mermaids here. So obviously Fairytopia is like a bigger series, so I'm gonna have a lot of them. And these are actually my childhood Fairytopia dolls, so it's pretty cool that I still have them, at least because most of my childhood dolls are just gone, so I really appreciate that I still have them. And that bathtub I just thrifted, and I said I was going to put my mermaids in it, and there you go. There's the conclusion to that story. Also, you're seeing stuff under here. That's just, I'm storing them there. I'm just storing some things. Don't worry about it. It's not just trash I shoved down there. So Fairytopia. I have more Fairytopia dolls than this, but because they're from my childhood, a lot of them are really incomplete or their hair's really messed up, so they're not all on display right now. My Mermaid Fantasy doll, I love her. I actually had one in my childhood, but she's really messed up, so she's not on display right now. And then over here, it's kind of just gets random here because I don't have like huge collections of any of these. So, you know, Ball Gown, Fashionistas, Barbie Extra, Wild Hearts Crew had to be on display. I absolutely love them. Really, really underrated line. Their ball gown. Well, not, I guess that doesn't count as a ball gown, but a gown. Fashion Fever. I have a few Fashion Fever dolls, but they're not on display right now. And then, you know, that Raven doll is so pretty and she was a gift. So I wanted her on display. It's my Barbie Basics doll. I love her. Just, you know, these are my favorite Barbie era, these early 2000s, 90s ones, so that's why they're on display as opposed to some of the other Barbies I have. And again, I love my other Barbies that I have, but I just do not have the display space right now. And then I'm going to turn the camera off and adjust the light. So now this is the small glass display case. This was the only thing that fit here and we already had this, so I thought it would work pretty well. And this is my Love Live collection. I have way more than this, but these are some favorite pieces. Well, not even like favorites, they're just the ones that fit in here. Because this room actually used to be an anime room, but we had a crisis in my other doll room, so my dolls moved up here. So this is like the last remaining piece of the doll, or the anime room. On top, those, I know it just looks like I stacked boxes there, but they're actually like, they're Love Live boxes. And I think that like store display type stuff is really cool. And I know you can't tell from my collection in here because they're not in here right now, but these are like, from Japan, I had to order them, and they're like the display boxes, not display boxes, but like the boxes you would purchase stuff in. So that's like, you would buy oranges, and it was from a collab, so you would get the character on it. I don't know. I just find that kind of thing so fun. And then I'm gonna move the door, actually. No handle, of course. This is from Ikea. It's not a Detolf. It has legs, but I don't know what it's called. So this is like taller. I prefer this one, but it's really expensive. It's like substantially more expensive. So you can see the rest of my Azone dolls are going to be in here. So this is my Ellie and Nozomi and my Ellie and Nozomi shelf here. My favorite Muse characters. And then this is a Muse shelf with the Pizza Hut box. Iconic! Love it. And again, it's just kind of random what's on display because the other stuff was on display elsewhere. Down here is my Mari shelf because, you know, I wonder if you can guess why she's my favorite. And the Pure Nemo doll here. Moving down more. Sorry, it's getting a little dark. I didn't want like a huge glare in your face. These are the rest of the Muse dolls that I have. So I have 5 of them. I actually have a 6th that is in Japan right now. She hasn't shipped yet. And it's my Wonderful Rush collection. So this is my favorite song. This is a trash can. I love this thing. It's my favorite Muse song. I actually don't have the CD. So that's the one thing that's missing here. But I love this so much. Like, this was a special box that you would, like, a premium. I don't remember what the event was, but it's kind of rare, so. And this is the box that you would buy these in. It's pretty cool. Moving down, that's kind of just etc. Aqua stuff, because Aqua's my favorite group. And there's the Daya Pure Nemo doll. So I only have 2 from Aqua, but I have 6 from Muse. 1 isn't here, though. And then down there are the boxes that the little straps and badges and stuff come in. And these I love, because, again, I love promotional type stuff. And it's pretty cool to have something from across the world like that. Okay, I have to adjust the light again. I'll see you in a minute. This is bad. I have way more, probably double the amount of Monster Highs that you're seeing here, and they're actually right there. And I also have a big Monster High store display, like a coffin shelf. They're just, I don't have space, so they're here. Some favorites on display. I actually have a lot of them on display considering the shelf. And these shelves, I don't know if I said it earlier, but they're from Wayfair. They're really nice shelves for decoration, and they're very pretty, but for dolls, you can't stagger the displays too good, and that's something that I find very important when I'm displaying dolls. And then also, they have this, like, beam that blocks you from, like I was saying with the Rainbow High dolls, so, yeah. So up here, we have Freak Du Chic, which is one of my all-time favorite Monster High lines, Boo York, which is my favorite Monster High movie. We have some reboot dolls here, and Great Scary Reefs in the back, you can't see them. Because I didn't have enough risers at the time, but now I have too many risers, I just haven't fixed this yet. So this Toralai's here in this fashion pack, and this one's really special to me because she broke under mysterious causes. I'm just not gonna say it in this video. But my dad fixed her by drilling a hole and putting the skeleton leg in, and she's like super special to me, so she's wearing the fashion pack, and she wears that outfit in the movie, so that's why she's there. I just figured someone would ask about the bone leg, so I'll address it here. Garden Ghouls is probably like in my top 5 Monster High lines of all time. I love them. And then I also really, really love Shriek Wrecked, so they're here too. Obviously not displayed well, but they're displayed. Over here are some like PJ themed lines, so that's kind of how I consider her anyway, but very cute. And then this is like right before the reboot, so she's not articulated, but I think this doll's really pretty. And then these are some signature dolls. If a doll goes to a specific movie and like debuted in that movie and is important in that specific movie, then I put her with the movie dolls, but otherwise, there they are. I love Monster High so much, and obviously my Werecats, they're some of my most favorites. And this is actually like up there as my favorite Monster High doll too. I love Marisol. These are my Skelector dolls. I actually do have Greta, I just still haven't opened her yet. I'm so sorry. But these are the ones that I have. I still don't have Pennywise, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get her. She's really expensive, so it's unfortunate. But it's okay because I really, really love the ones that I have. Down here, we have Dawn of the Dance, which is technically a movie line, but I also put Dot Dead here because they're also dance. I don't know. And then these as well. It's just like whatever, dance, music theme, sure. She's not sitting well because of her plastic thing, and that's why Fierce Rockers and Zombie Shake is here too, because I really feel like these 3 go together really nicely. And we've got Gloom and Bloom with Amanita, and that's why she's not up higher, and Costa. I don't actually remember why I put her here, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's because I put Caddy here, but I don't see Caddy. Oh, she's down there. I don't know what to tell you. This is my all-time favorite Monster High doll, actually. You found her. This is 2.0 Claudine, and I have some other 2.0 dolls, as well as new Scaremaster dolls, because they kind of have a similar energy to them. Once I get the new Scaremaster dolls that overlap with 2.0 dolls, it's gonna be awkward, but for now it works, and that's also why the Scooter Ghoulie is here. Love her. When my Toralai broke, Mattel sent me a $40 voucher, and that's why I got her. So that connects. This is my second ever Monster High doll. I love her. And I have 2 classroom dolls, and then, you know, Picture Day Spectre's there. Picture Day Frankie should be here too, but I fixed her up recently, so I forgot to put her back, sorry. Skull Shores and Gloom Beach. Love these lines so much. This was my first ever Monster High doll, so she's kind of a wreck, but still one of my all-time favorites. I absolutely love that doll. Moving down. Haunted. Just got this Dracula the other day.
And then Freaky Fusion. I still have not put her outfit back on. It's been years. But she's here. And then this doll was sent to me as a gift. And I absolutely love her. A complete surprise. This is my only Comic-Con Monster High doll, and she goes with the Freaky Fusion movie, so that's why she's here. And then we have some Freaky Fusion spillover still. 13 Wishes I don't have a lot of dolls for, so you can see them right here. And that's why Caddy's here too, because I don't know if she technically debuted in that movie, but that was like her first movie. And I do have another Caddy that has her dress cut that I got at a thrift store. And in Boo York, she actually wears the dress like that, so eventually I'll put her on display at the top. I just haven't done it yet. And then I don't really have Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love dolls. I have these. So, and then Ghouls Rule. I have Abby, but never mind, I was gonna say she's in box. I think I bought another one, I guess. Scarus. And I did have the Scarus car on display, but not anymore because there's too many dolls, so it didn't fit. And this display is a disaster. This was one of the first things I set up with the doll room, and I haven't fixed it since. Extra Monster High. There's the Scarus car. Yeah, it's a lot. All right, and then this is the closet in the room. I wanted to take the door off the hinges because I just hate doors. I don't know. It's just my personal beef with doors. This is some extra storage of things that, again, I might grab. So, these are either dolls that I still need to review or just my inbox dolls. So, they're up there. And then there's a lot of that here, too. And then up there, again, dolls that I need to review or just dolls I'm keeping in box. You can't see it, but this is a bunch of Winx, like, that's a rug. This is a prototype Kiko plushie. And there's my Milky Way Galaxy Girls. Oh, I wish I could show those. I really want those on display, but they're hard to display because they're plushies. And then that is actually a cart that is, like, full of doll care stuff, but it's inaccessible, so whatever. And then, I don't remember whose box that is, but it is there. So, anyway, I think it's Ariel's. Winx stuff. So this is, like, Winx merchandise and some doll stuff. Yeah. This isn't the prototype one, by the way. I know her ears pinched. This is just the regular release. Not that that makes her any less important to keep nice, but she's not getting hurt in here. Rainbow High stuff. Mess. I really need to organize that. This used to be organized, but it's not anymore. My scene stuff was here, but now it's a disaster. Sorry. And now it won't close. There we go. This is Bratz spillover. This is Bratz, like, identified and bagged clothing. And then down here, these are some unreleased mystery dolls called Trash and Alley from Hasbro. And this is a Pinky Cooper head, because I hope to make customs of them, and I think Pinky Cooper heads look really good on them. But I need a lot more Pinky Cooper dolls than that. And then these are some, like, mostly stuff from my P.O. box, like letters and stuff that I've gotten. And this is extra stuff, which shouldn't be there, but it is. So, yeah. All right, we are on the last leg.
Bratz dolls. I have way more Bratz dolls than this, and they're going to take up way more space than this, but for now, this is all the ones that I have on display. I think I'm just going to wait until I move into the next house, because I need something better for them. These shelves are not good for them, but I mean, they fit decently well. So there's some favorites up here, as well as just whatever dolls I have most complete, or lines that I have most complete. So up here, we have some, like, dance-themed dolls, including the new Holiday Felicia, and these are Midnight Dance. All the inbox Bratz that you're seeing, except one, were actually gifts from my amazing friend, Drops of Indigo, or Lost Butterfly Yu Tao. So huge shout out. It was a complete shock, and I absolutely love them. And they're actually the reason that I decided not to just hide the Bratz display in this video, because I had a lot of fun setting up the inbox dolls, because they actually fit. Like, these are Form of Funk, these are Midnight Dance. I mean, these ones don't, but, well, this was going to be where I put these dolls, and whatever. Eventually, they will fit very, very nicely, but for now, it's a work in progress. My Bratz dolls, I have way more than this. They're just in storage right now, because I wanted to do, basically, you guys will know this if you've been following me for a while, but I got a ton of Bratz secondhand that were in pretty, like, they were in okay condition, but they were really messy, and they had really bad hair. And I got, like, hundreds of them within a couple months, and I wanted to fix basically, like, 5 at a time in videos, and those videos take, like, 12 hours to film, so essentially I just gave myself an impossible task, and I kept getting more Bratz, and it kept getting worse, so there's just bins of Bratz dolls that I need to fix, so only, like, the best ones are on display here, which is why, like, they all look amazing. But I did have to store them for a while, so some of their hair is kind of a disaster, but these are, like, the best of the best. Down here, well, that's Secret Date, Formal Funk, Midnight Dance, Felicia. Just Felicia, she's there. These are Rock Angels. These are the, these are, sorry, I call them Secret Date because they kind of go together. I used to have them all on display together.
this is Girls Night Out, and that's what that Dana is too. I'm not stupid, I promise. So that's what these are. And then these are first edition re-release. I have all but these two. Okay, I have Yasmin and Chloe's originals, but these are way better condition than mine, I mean. Hollywood Style, and then Celebratch and Yasmin they share outfits, so it's kind of cute. And then Welcome to Fabulous, one of my favorite lines. And then I'm going to adjust the light real quick, so just keep looking at them. There we go, now you can actually see, because they're such beautiful dolls. All right, moving down, we have, and again, it's hard to have lighting down here. This is kind of a mishmash. There's lots of different lines here. So we have 2018 Collector, these Chloe's that I just think have really nice eyebrows. Birthday Bash is one of my all-time favorite lines. This is Party Chloe from 2008, I think. That's not her outfit, but she's so pretty. So pretty, and like my favorite Bratz shoes right here. Just some others. Love this doll, Sweetheart Lily. And then down a little more, oh yeah. So this is where I was putting extras and I didn't realize that. Sorry. So this is just extras that aren't. This was one of my childhood Bratz dolls. That's a replacement one, but I still have my original. I bought her later because my original has a giant marker mark on her face, not from me, from my little sister who I lent the doll to for a week. And then this is my campfire dolls. I love them, and I have the little tent, and I love it. So cute. All right, moving up. These are the other inbox dolls. There's one more, but she's in the closet, or he's in the closet right now. But these are really cool. And I just told you that this is one of my childhood dolls. As a total surprise and just serendipity, I got one in box, so it's so cool. And that was a gift again from my friend, Drops of Indigo. And then here, this is a disaster too, because I'm just kind of planning the display, but I didn't get the chance to set it up because I'm out of doll stands. We never thought it would happen. I bought like 1,000 of them, but we're out. But anyway, so we have some beachy dolls here. I was gonna have like wintry dolls here. They're there because I love them and I wanted them up somewhere, twisty style. Even though I got scammed when I bought that Chloe, but whatever. And then Flashback Fever, which is probably the best Bratz line. I have Yasmin, but she's like so incomplete, it's bad. And then I don't have Chloe at all. And then Forever Diamonds, and you can see the kids version of Yasmin there. And this is my other childhood doll. This is my actual childhood one, Forever Diamonds Fiona. Moving down, I do have, this is mine. My mom had this when I was a kid. I do have another doll in box, and it's Tokyo Go-Go Jade, and I'm not gonna lie, I just left her in the other room. Tokyo Go-Go, which my Tokyo Go-Go dolls are best. Well, these two are great, these two are a disaster. And then over here, Wildlife Safari and Treasures Roxy, I guess. And then on the bottom, Slumber Party themed dolls, but again, this isn't all of them because there's a million of them that need help. And then these are some that were, like, they're in perfect condition, like I already fixed them, or they just are already in perfect condition, but you know, they still need, they don't have a spot to go because the rest of their friends are messy. So that's the Bratz area. Yeah, it's a mess, I'm sorry. The use of space over here is really bad, so I apologize about that. And then the lighting, yeah, it's really difficult. But these are my H2O Just Had Water dolls. I'm really glad I managed to get them on display because I really wanted them on display. These are my Space Tune dolls, and they are from the Middle East, and these are my Arabian Friends dolls. These are like my all-time, and I'm not exaggerating, favorite dolls in my entire collection. These are two of them. If I had to pick 10, I think both would come with me. I love them so much. And there's actually a full series of them, but I don't have the full series. I hope I can someday, but they're really hard to get a hold of, and I've been trying. And then down here, you know, Regal Academy's just here. Originally, this was going to be Winx Overflow, but I needed space for others, and Regal Academy is made by Rainbow as well, which are the people that make Winx, so I thought that would work. These are by Giochi Preziosi. They're from Italy, and these are from, like, America. They're by Aldi. You know, some Nana surprise dolls here. I just got her today, actually, or yesterday, but I just opened her today. I have more Nana than this, but they're not on display. That's a Zini's doll. She was a gift from Mariah. She has a friend, but her friend's still unboxed, and I can't decide if I want to unbox her, so she's just there. This is storage. All storage. In here is extra Winx stuff, and you can see some prototype heads. There's only 3 prototype heads in here because I was actively working with them. And this is a Frozen box. I think it's really cute. And then extra Barbies. These are like main collection Barbies, not like random ones. And then this is other, but you're mostly going to see like, yeah, Equestria Girls. And these were gifts as well for my birthday. And some of them were from Ray as well. I just don't have a place to display them, unfortunately, but I have built quite the collection off of thrifting, and I've gotten some as gifts, so I absolutely love them as well. I don't have space, unfortunately. But in my next house, I think I definitely will. And then I also forgot to show you down here. You're not gonna be able to see them super well, but, oh, and those are prototypes unreleased as well. The plushies, but Kiko fell over. Here you go. Well, some of them are unreleased. All of them are prototypes, but some of them actually came out. These are some inbox dolls. Just random though, because I have way more than that.
So that's it for the doll room tour. So this was almost my entire doll collection, and I'm only estimating here, but I'm pretty sure there's like 200 to 300 of them not on display. Just a lot. But this is a ridiculously huge portion of my collection, so I'm very, very happy with this. I would venture to guess this is 80% of them, not including inbox dolls, but I don't really have that many inbox dolls. I absolutely love my doll room. It's not the ideal space. None of my doll houses are in here. None of my store displays are in here. I have a big Rainbow High store display that used to be in here, but it's too big. It took up too much space, so it had to go. So it's in the living room right now, actually. And I have a ton of doll houses and other stuff, like play sets that I'd really like to set up, but unfortunately, this is not the space to do it. Eventually, which relatively soon, I'll be moving and I'll have a much better dedicated space that I will pick solely for this. The initial plan in this house was that the basement was going to be the doll room, but that didn't work out, unfortunately, so I kind of had to vacate up here, and I think I've done a pretty good job with what I have up here. I've actually displayed more dolls up here than I was able to in the basement, just because I had to get more creative and really use the space, and I really wanted to try to like really get all of the dolls on display, and I think I did a good job. I like it. So yeah, I'd love to know who your favorite doll that you saw today was. If you don't know, you could like timestamp or something, and also like what your favorite actual display was. If I had to pick my favorite just like display as it is, probably this shelf. Like I just love it. And then also the Believe It's Power dolls and Comic-Con dolls, because that display just looks really luxe. And this Pretty Cure shelf, if you ignore this part, it's amazing. Like this was really difficult to get all these on. It's amazing not to pat myself on the back, but it was really hard to get all of these things to stay, so I love it. When I get more Pretty Cure stuff though, I don't know what's gonna happen, because that's not even all the Pretty Cure stuff I own. It's just all the dolls and most of the figures. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got some like fun ideas for your collection. Oh, the shelves the Bratz are on, I don't know where they're from. I've had them since I was like a little baby, so sorry. I think I've seen similar at Target, maybe. Anyway, that's it for this video for all this time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!